What's up, you guys? It's Sarah at carnivore.yogi on Instagram. Thank you so much for coming on to my YouTube channel. Please hit subscribe while you're here. In this video, I'm going to actually give you 4 ways that I am healing my basal metabolic rate. I'm going to talk about food. I'm going to talk about my sleep routine. I'm going to talk about estrogen dominance, how I'm managing that. And I'm going to talk about how I work out now that's different than the way that I worked out before. So I'm going to try to cover all those topics in this one video. I did a live stream on Monday, which I will link this below this video. It's an hour long and I really love interacting with you guys. So I try to read all of your comments. I try to respond to all of them. I don't always get to. But I love doing live streams because it's a really great way to interact with anyone. But I wanted to do a second video to make it a little bit shorter for those of you who don't want to sit through an hour of me getting excited to talk to people on YouTube, because I get really dorky and excited. It's fun for me. So I'm going to try to cover all that in this video. And I did a video last week which is getting a lot of views and a lot of comments and a lot of requests for this video about how I'm healing my basal metabolic rate, about how to wreck your metabolism on the carnivore diet. Now, I'm still doing the carnivore diet, you guys. I'm still using the carnivore diet to heal my metabolism. I don't think you have to do the carnivore diet. I don't think everyone needs to do the carnivore diet or that it's for everyone. It's just what I've chosen to do because I've had a lot of healing benefits from the carnivore diet, and I feel really good for the most part. So that's why. And I also want to mention that all the stuff that I'm going to be talking about, I didn't just wake up one day and start doing it all at once. I have been doing this stuff gradually, some of it for years, some of it for a couple of years or even longer. So, you know, someone commented on my live stream, oh my gosh, I would be really stressed out if I was doing all the stuff that you're doing. You're not going to heal anything with your stress level that high, and giving me a lecture on cortisol as if I don't know. Love unsolicited advice. Not. So I have gradually added a lot of this stuff in, you guys. It hasn't just been like one day I woke up and just started doing everything. So take all this with a grain of salt and maybe just implement a few things here and there. Don't feel like you have to do it all at once if getting your metabolism to speed up or getting a healthier metabolism is one of your major goals, which it is. My major goal right now is to heal my metabolism. A lot of you guys know I have lost 100 pounds 3 times. And over the last decade plus, it's been about 12 years since the last time I lost 100 pounds, I've done a lot of calorie restricting, tried a lot of different ways of eating. I've done vegan, I've done a lot of raw juice cleanses and smoothie cleanses, and oh, good God, it's exhausting to think about it. But I think a lot of that stuff further damaged my metabolism because I wasn't getting enough nutrition as well. I wasn't getting those vital nutrients because I'm not going to go on too long of a tangent with this, but plants, my body does not do a very good job, and a lot of people I'm finding does not do a very good job of converting those nutrients over. So we're told, oh, spinach has, and don't get me started on oxalates, but spinach has XYZ in it, but what happens when it goes into your body? Can your body actually convert and use those nutrients? So meat is very bioavailable, organ meats, all of those things that I'm eating are very bioavailable, so my body can convert them and actually use them. So we've got some planes and construction. It's wild out here. And you know, I'd actually planned on doing kind of a vlog version of this video, but God bless the quarantine life. You know, everyone's home and my day has just been a bit different than I expected. So let's jump into it. Sorry, about 4 minutes of my blabbering here. I want to jump into it. So first thing I'm going to talk about is my sleep routine. Everything that I talk about I will link below and try to show you guys some visuals as well. So your bedroom and the way that you prepare. First I'm going to talk your bedroom, then I'm going to talk about your body. So bedroom, I have blackout curtains. I also keep the room at 66 degrees at night. I keep it pretty cold in the room. What else do I do to the bedroom? That's about it. So cold and dark. Very good for getting that deep sleep. What I do for my body is I keep in earplugs because my husband does snore. Sorry, hon. And that will pull you up out of deep sleep. So why do you want to improve your sleep? Because that is going to allow your body to heal. It's going to allow you to get more into that fat burning mode. All of the repair for our body happens when we're in that deep sleep. So dark room, cold room, really going to allow your body to have a better chance to get into deep sleep. I also go to bed. I try to go to bed by 9:30 every night, which is, I know, is super early. but 10 o'clock is like cutoff, because you're going to get those deep sleep waves. There's like these sleep waves, and you want to catch the deep sleep waves, and that usually happens for most people before 2 a.m. So the earlier you can go to bed, the more deep sleep that you're going to get. So those are the other things that I do. I also, during the day, I meditate twice a day. I did an interview with my teacher late, which I will post, and he has a book that gives a technique. I actually started just with the technique in the book, and I've been meditating every day, twice a day, ever since I read the book. So you don't have to go buy a bunch of apps or get a bunch of stuff to meditate, but that meditation has been really key for me in getting my sleep on track. The other thing I do is breath work. I will put the link below this video to my yoga and meditation channel. I do a little bit of breath work before bed. My favorite is alternate nostril breathing, so you can even just Google that. It is on my channel though, if you're wanting to do some. So the breath work is really, really important. I also do a little bit of cold therapy, probably 4 days a week, sometimes more, sometimes less. But I have a cold vest, and I am going to do a full video all about the cold vest and cold therapy, but the owner of the company has asked me to wait on that because he's running a little low on stock, since Ben Greenfield has been talking about using the vest and how much he loves it. But I'll put the information below this video for that cold vest, because on the nights that I do the day I do the cold therapy, the night in my sleep on my Oura Ring, my deep sleep is at least half an hour or 45 minutes longer than it is when I don't do it. So I'm sometimes getting 2.5 hours or more of deep sleep when I do that cold therapy. So I think it's really, really important. So sleep is very important with healing your basal metabolic rate. Next thing I want to talk about is estrogen dominance, which I think a lot of women suffer with, and men also suffer with this too. So I have had estrogen dominance for a while. My body shape changed probably about 6 or 7 years ago, as did my cycle. So my cycles went from 5 days long and pretty manageable to 7 days long and pretty miserable. So some pretty heavy periods, just awful, painful, started to get a little bit irregular. And then my hips and my legs just got bigger. So my body shape changed. I didn't know at the time that this was estrogen dominant. So this is something that, I have to continue to work on. So what I'm doing, and it basically means your liver is congested. If your liver is going to be congested, then it's going to be, and this is not medical advice, I should have mentioned that in the very beginning. I'm not telling anyone what to do. This is definitely not medical advice at all. But estrogen is going to hang out in your fat cells and in your liver. So if you have a sluggish liver, it's going to be really hard for your metabolism to go faster. So I do occasionally eat from other places, but I really try to only eat from pastured animals, from farms, grass-fed animals. I buy a lot of things from White Oak Pastures. I'll put a link below this video for them. And there are some other farms I utilize locally. You can go to www.eatwild.com in order to kind of see different farms in your area, source one, talk to the farmer, make sure that they're eating healthy grass. So I really do try to stay away from the grocery store meat. I know it's kind of controversial in the carnivore community, but it is something that does help me, that I do tell a difference with my estrogen dominance. I'm also really mindful of non-toxic products. I use Fancy Farm skincare on my face. I'm still trying to find a shampoo conditioner. I've tried a few, so I'm still working on that one. I use non-toxic makeup when I do wear makeup. My laundry detergent, I also use non-toxic laundry detergent. If I use essential oils, I stay away from lavender. I also, I hate to say this, but I don't drink coffee anymore, and I don't do any dairy, because if you have estrogen dominance, those things can be pretty aggravating to that detoxification process. You also want to make sure your digestion is good, that you're going to the bathroom every single day, because poop is how you're going to also get rid of estrogen. Sorry to get into nitty gritty here in this, but since I have made, and I'm going to talk about food next, I promise, a lot of these improvements, I go to the bathroom every day. My cycles have gone to 5 days, and they're very manageable. They're not painful. I can leave the house on the first 2 days, which is something I haven't been able to do for years, and they come regularly, so every 28 days. And that's been the case for the last 6 months. So although I may not have those body composition goals that I want to be at, I am definitely feeling a lot better hormonally. And when your hormones are operating properly, that is when you're going to be able to have those long-lasting changes with your body. Okay, so finally, 10 minutes in here, I'm going to talk about the food a little bit. So what I have done with food for the last 6 months is eat in a surplus, which is hard for me because I have gained some weight. Now, I talked about this in my live stream. I weighed when I went to the doctor in February because I don't normally weigh myself. The scale can be a little triggering for me, but I did weigh when I went to the doctor in February, and then I just weighed a little bit over a week ago. I think I had lost a little bit of weight at the beginning of quarantine, and then I think I gained a little bit more than I was a week ago, probably about 10 pounds more. So I do think I probably gained about 20 pounds from doing this 6 months of eating in a surplus. Now, I am down 10 pounds, so sorry, that was a lot of math there. I'm about 10 pounds, actually 9 pounds now, over what I was when I weighed at the doctor in February. So not bad. I've been probably eating close to 3,000 calories a day. I have been eating within 30 minutes of waking. So if I'm not hungry, I will have like a tablespoon of rendered beef suet, or what I call beef tallow, or a little bit of butter. I just always try to eat within 30 minutes of waking. I eat 3 meals per day. I always thought that it was a good thing if you weren't hungry. And I was not really all that hungry on carnivore until I was. But I've learned now about metabolism that actually being hungry is a good thing. So I do eat 3 meals a day, and if I'm hungry in between, I have some meat broth with a little bit of butter or ghee in it between meals. So again, I've been eating in a surplus. I've been doing absolutely zero fasting. If I'm hungry before bed, again, I'll have a little bit of beef suet. I do eat it raw right out of the refrigerator. Or I will have some rendered beef suet or beef tallow, just a tablespoon of it with a little salt on it. So eating in that surplus, what you want to do, why I'm eating in that surplus, is because just like with calorie restriction, eating in a surplus will also have your body adjust up to that level, so that when you do kind of adjust your calories down, you'll lose weight faster. And then also, my goal is not to eat 1,200 calories a day. My goal is to eat more around between 2,000 and 2,500 calories a day, which is appropriate for somebody who's my age, my height, my weight, all of those things. So that's my eventual goal with this whole eating in a surplus thing. I mentioned this in my live stream, but I had low T3 when I tested it back in January, February, and now I have retested my T3 and it is back up to normal levels. I'll pop a test link below this video for Let's Get Checked. They're one of my sponsors, and you can check your T3, T4, those thyroid hormones at home using one of their kits. It's very, very useful. But I do think that we put too much emphasis on weight loss and not enough emphasis on like health in this community. And so I'm really trying to change that here with my page. The last thing I do is I weight train every single day, well, at least 6 days a week. And I do what's called time under tension workouts. So I will put a link below this video to my friend Stephanie and Coach, her Stephanie Keto Person's YouTube, where she explains time under tension. But essentially, you're gonna pop a weight up and then hold, go down for a count of 3 to 5, go up and down for a count of 3 to 5. You can do this with bicep curls, right, to do those really slow negatives. You can do it with squats, you can do it with lunges, you can do it with deadlifts. I mean, you don't need a ton of weights, and you don't need to do this for hours a day. I spend 30 to 45 minutes per day doing this time under tension training. So between all of this stuff, now what I'm trying to do is see if I start lowering my calories a little bit if I lose weight. And I'm 1 week in, so I will report back to you guys how this continues to go. But I'm 1 week in, and I did lose weight in my first week. And the average of the calories, so calories are not that important, it's more your macros, right, protein and fat. But I did lose weight, and I ate a couple of days like 2,800 calories. The lowest I ate was 2,200 calories. So just giving you that range, cutting my calories to that point, I am starting to see the scale go down, and I think it will continue to do that. But I will keep reporting back to you guys on that process. I really don't want to make my whole channel about weight loss. I want to make it about health. And I didn't want to make this whole video about weight loss. I want to make this video more so about health. So I hope this was helpful, and please comment below if there's another video or something else you guys want me to talk about, another topic, and I will be happy to do so. Please share, subscribe, and have a really awesome rest of your day. Thanks, guys.